Designated as a de-escalation zone, in reality, East Ghouta is a battleground. There's supposed to be no military activity under a deal guaranteed by Russia, Turkey, and Iran. The United Nations says there's only escalation in the besieged rebel enclave on the outskirts of the Syrian capital.
This is supposed to be a safe area, but it's not safe. Planes hit all day and all night. Where should we go?
The de-escalation agreement brought several months of relative calm, but that recently changed. On Sunday, at least 30 people were killed and dozens injured in airstrikes that targeted several towns. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said it was the biggest death toll in a single day since pro-government forces stepped up attacks 3 weeks ago. Since then, up to 200 civilians have been killed.
The regime didn't respect the de-escalation agreement. The Russians said they would provide guarantees, but they didn't.
Eastern Ghouta is on the doorsteps of Damascus. It's one of the last remaining areas under the control of the rebels and their last stronghold close to the capital. It's a strategic target for the government. Aid agencies are worried the intensity of the bombardment is worsening what they call a humanitarian disaster. There's a shortage of food and medicines. Babies have died of starvation. Many suffer from malnutrition, and up to 500 people, among them children, are in desperate need of medical evacuation. East Ghouta has been under a government siege since 2013. In April, the government launched a major military offensive in the area that closed many routes used to smuggle in goods. Since then, the people have had to rely on irregular aid deliveries. In the past 2 months, supplies reached 20% of the 400,000 people trapped in East Ghouta. Rebel fighters have so far managed to defend their territory. It's not clear if the government is planning a large ground campaign or if it is trying to force a surrender with a siege backed up by non-stop air attacks and shelling. It wouldn't be the first time it's used the surrender or starve strategy, giving people the choice to leave to rebel-held areas in the north or die.
The regime is trying to force the residents of Ghouta to accept being relocated to the north of Syria. But people here will not accept this. They won't be forcibly displaced.
That sentiment could change if pro-government forces step up attacks and if the situation becomes even more desperate. In this corner of Syria, the war has not ended, and many fear the worst is yet to come. Zeina, Khodr, Al Jazeera, Beirut.